Woven with threads of triumph and challenge, we all face times when our strength wavers, when the path ahead seems insurmountable. It's in these moments that we must remember why we started. Your journey began with a vision, a burning desire to become more than you were yesterday. That vision wasn't born in comfort, but in the crucible of challenges. Think back to that spark that ignited your path. Was it a dream of success, a desire to impact lives, or perhaps a hunger to prove your worth? Whatever it was powerful enough to set you in motion. That same power lies dormant within you now, waiting to be awakened. When weakness creeps in, when doubt clouds your mind, it's crucial to reconnect with that initial spark. Your why is not just a goal, it's the very essence of your journey. The fuel that propels you forward even when the road gets tough. Oak tree. Its strength is not born in fair weather, but in the face of storms. The winds that threaten to uproot actually cause its roots to grow deeper. Anchoring it more firmly, your challenges are not your enemies. They are the very forces shaping you into the person you are destined to become. Weakness is not a permanent state. It's a temporary condition, often signaling growth. When a bodybuilder feels the burn in their muscles, they do not stop. They recognize it as a sign of progress, pushing through to achieve greater strength. Your moments of weakness are similar. They're growing pains, indicators that you are stretching beyond your current capabilities. There was a young woman named Fatima, a talented musician who dreamed of performing on grand stages. Her journey was marked by countless auditions, each rejection chipping away at her confidence. There were days when the weight of disappointment felt unbearable, her fingers too heavy to touch the keys. In one particularly low moment, Fatima found herself ready to give up. She packed away her instrument, convinced her dream was nothing more than a foolish fantasy. But as she was about to close the lid of her piano, her eyes fell on a small notebook. It was filled with melodies she had composed, each one a reflection of her soul's journey. As she flipped through those pages, Fatima remembered why she started. It wasn't about the applause or the recognition. It was about the joy of creation, the ability to touch hearts through her music. With trembling fingers, she began to play again, not for an audience, but for herself. That moment of reconnection with her purpose gave her the strength to persevere. Fatima's story teaches us a valuable lesson. Your purpose is not just a destination. It's the fuel for your journey. When you feel weak, dive into that purpose. Let it fill you, energize you, remind you of the fire that first set you on this path. Swimming upstream against powerful currents, their journey is fraught with obstacles, waterfalls, predators, exhaustion. Yet they persist, driven by an innate purpose to reach their spawning grounds. When you feel overwhelmed by life's currents, be like the salmon. Let your purpose be the instinct that drives you forward, even when logic says to turn back. Weakness often comes disguised as fear. Fear of failure, fear of inadequacy, fear of the unknown. But here's a profound truth. Fear is often a signpost pointing towards growth. When you feel afraid, it's because you are stepping into uncharted territory, expanding your boundaries. Embrace that fear, for it signals that you are on the brink of something transformative. The great achievements in human history, the Wright brothers defying gravity, Marie Curie pioneering in a male-dominated field. Do you think they never felt weak? Of course they did. But they persevered because their purpose was greater than their temporary discomfort. Your purpose is no less significant. It may not change the course of history, but it will certainly change the course of your life. And who knows, the ripple effects of your perseverance might touch more lives than you can imagine. Weakness often comes when we lose sight of the bigger picture. We get so focused on our immediate struggles that we forget the grand vision that set us in motion. It's like climbing a mountain. When you are in the middle of a steep incline, it's easy to forget the breathtaking view waiting at the summit. Take a moment now to zoom out. See your journey from a broader perspective. those obstacles that seem insurmountable. They're mere stepping stones in the grand scheme of your path. The setbacks that feel like failures. They're valuable lessons shaping you into the person you need to become to achieve your dreams. Every great story has moments of conflict, of doubt, of near defeat. These are not signs that you are on the wrong path. They're essential parts of your hero's journey. Embrace them, learn from them, let them fuel your determination. When weakness threatens to overtake you, recall the words of the great philosopher who said, "He who has a right to live can bear almost anyhow. You're wise, your anchor in stormy seas. Your compass in uncharted territories is the force that can turn your moments of weakness into catalysts for unprecedented strength." The doubt, the fear, the temptation to give up, now but the exhilaration of pushing through, of proving to yourself that you were capable of more than you imagined. That same strength resides within you now, waiting to be called upon. Weakness is not your enemy. It's a teacher. It shows you where you need to grow, where you need to focus your efforts. When you feel weak in the face of a challenge, ask yourself, what is this situation trying to teach me? What muscles, physical, mental, or emotional, is it trying to strengthen? Consider the butterfly emerging from its cocoon. The struggle to break free is essential for its wings to develop the strength needed for flight. If someone out of misplaced kindness were to cut open the cocoon, the butterfly would emerge with weak wings, unable to fly. Your struggles, your moments of weakness are strengthening your wings. Embrace them. When you feel weak, it's often because you are carrying burdens alone. Remember, no great achievement is accomplished in isolation. Look around you. Who are the people who believe in your dream? Who are the mentors, friends, or family members who can offer support, wisdom, or simply a listening ear? Reach out to them. Let their strength bolster yours. Your purpose is not just about you. It's connected to a larger tapestry of lives and events. When you persist through weakness, you are not just changing your own life. You are impacting countless others. The book you are writing might inspire a future leader. The business you are building might provide jobs for those in need. The art you are creating might bring hope to someone in their darkest hour. Weakness often comes when we compare our journey to others. In this age of social media, it's easy to see the highlights of everyone else's life and feel inadequate. It's often because you are carrying burdens alone. Remember, no great achievement is accomplished in isolation. Look around you. Who are the people who believe in your dream? Who are the mentors, friends, or family members who can offer support, wisdom, or simply a listening ear? Reach out to them. Let their strength bolster yours. Your purpose is not just about you. It's connected to a larger tapestry of lives and events. When you persist through weakness, you are not just changing your own life. You are impacting countless others. The book you are writing might inspire a future leader. The business you are building might provide jobs for those in need. The art you are creating might bring hope to someone in their darkest hour. Weakness often comes when we compare our journey to others. In this age of social media, it's easy to see the highlights of everyone else's life and feel inadequate. But remember, you are seeing the highlight reel, not their behind-the-scenes struggles. Everyone faces moments of doubt, of weakness. The difference lies in how they respond to these moments. When weakness whispers that you are not good enough, not talented enough, not strong enough, counter it with the truth of your purpose. You didn't start this journey because it was easy, but because it was worth it. The very fact that you are facing these challenges means you are pushing beyond your comfort zone, stretching towards greatness. When you look back on your life, what story do you want to tell? Will it be a tale of giving up when things got tough? Or will it be an inspiring cycle of perseverance, of rising above challenges, of turning moments of weakness into stepping stones towards your dreams? Your why is not just about achieving a goal. It's about becoming the person capable of achieving that goal. Every challenge you face, every moment of weakness you push through is shaping you into that person. Embrace this process of becoming. Let it excite you, energize you, propel you forward. The oak's strength lies not just in its mighty trunk, but in its deep, unseen roots. Your visible achievements are important, but they're fueled by the invisible strength of your character. Your determination, your unwavering commitment to your purpose. Nurture these roots, especially when you feel weak. When weakness tempts you to settle for less than your dreams, recall the price you have already paid on this journey. The early mornings, the late nights, the sacrifices, the risk taken on of these investments by pushing forward. Let the thought of giving up become more painful than the discomfort of persevering. Your journey is unique. The challenges you face, the doubts you wrestle with, they're tailor-made for your growth. Do not wish for an easier path. Wish for the strength to conquer the path before you. This strength is already within you, waiting to be called upon. When you feel weak, remember that you are part of a long lineage of dreamers and doers who have faced similar moments. Draw strength from their stories. Let their perseverance inspire yours. You're not alone in this journey. You are walking a path trodden by countless others who refuse to let weakness have the final say. Your purpose is a flame. In moments of strength, it burns bright, visible to all. In moments of weakness, it may flicker, but it never extinguishes. Fan that flame with the memory of why you started. Let it grow from a spark to a bonfire, illuminating not just your path, but the paths of others around you. Weakness often comes disguised as logical reasons to quit. It's too hard. I'm not making progress fast enough. Maybe this is not meant for me. Recognize these thoughts for what they are, fear masquerading as reason. Counter them with the deeper truth of your purpose, the undeniable call that set you on this path. The seasons of nature. Winter may seem like a time of weakness, with barren trees and frozen ground. But beneath the surface, life is preparing for spring's explosion of growth. Your moments of apparent weakness might be winter seasons. Necessary periods of rest and preparation before your next phase of growth. When weakness threatens to overtake you, immerse yourself in your craft. If you are a writer facing writer's block, write anyway. If you are an entrepreneur facing setbacks, keep innovating. If you are an athlete dealing with a plateau, keep training. The act of doing, even when you do not feel like it, can raise your passion and remind you of your capabilities. Your journey is not just about reaching a destination, it's about who you become along the way. Every challenge faced, every moment of weakness overcome is a brushstroke in the masterpiece of your life. Do not rob the world of that masterpiece by giving up when things get tough. Your why is not static, it evolves as you grow. Take time regularly to reconnect with your purpose, to ensure it still resonates with your core values and aspirations. Let it grow with you, becoming richer and more profound with each challenge you overcome. When weakness makes you doubt your path, look for signs of progress. They might be small, a skill improved, a fear overcome, a small victory achieved. Celebrate these milestones, the evidence that you are moving forward. Even if the pace feels slow, the people who believe in you, who are cheering for your success, your perseverance is not just for you, it's for them too. Let their faith in you strengthen your resolve. Imagine the joy on their faces when you achieve your dreams, the inspiration your journey will provide. Weakness often stems from focusing on what you lack. Shift your perspective to gratitude for what you have, the skills you have developed, the experiences you have gained, the support you have received. This attitude of gratitude can be a powerful antidote to feelings of inadequacy. Your purpose is like a seed planted in the soil of your life. Moments of weakness are like the darkness and pressure that seed experiences before it sprouts. Embrace these moments, knowing they're essential for your growth, for pushing you towards the light. When you feel weak, remember that strength is not about never falling, it's about always getting back up. Each time you rise after a setback, you are not just continuing your journey, You are inspiring others to do the same. Your resilience ripples out, touching lives in ways you may never fully know. The great innovations that have shaped our world, they weren't born in comfort, but in moments of challenge, of apparent weakness. Your challenges are crucibles of creativity, forging new ideas, new approaches, new strengths within you. Your why is not just a goal, it's a calling. It's something that resonates with the very core of who you are. When weakness makes you question your path, dive deeper into that calling. Let it remind you that you are not just chasing success. You are answering a profound call to become your best self. The path to your dreams is not a sprint. It's a marathon. Pace yourself. When weakness threatens to overwhelm you, it might be a sign to rest, to recharge. Taking care of yourself is not weakness. It's essential for long-term strength and success. When you feel weak, look back at how far you have come. Recall the obstacles you have already overcome, the growth you have already experienced. You are stronger and more capable than you were when you started. Let this realization fuel your confidence to face whatever lies ahead. Your purpose is like a North Star, guiding you through the darkest nights of doubt and weakness. Keep your eyes fixed on that star. Let its constancy remind you that your journey has meaning, has direction, even when the path seems unclear. Weakness often comes when we try to control everything. Remember, you can't always control your circumstances, but you can always control your response. Choose to respond to challenges with determination, with creativity, with an unwavering commitment to your purpose. Every great story has moments of conflict, of apparent defeat. These are not the end. They're the setup for a triumphant comeback. See your moments of weakness as plot twists, setting the stage for your greatest victories. Your why is not just about personal gain, it's about contribution. When weakness tempts you to give up, think about the people who will benefit from your perseverance. Your success is not just for you. It's a gift you are preparing to give to the world. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Gold is purified by fire. Your moments of weakness, of challenge, are transforming you into something precious, something valuable. Embrace this process of refinement. When you feel weak, surround yourself with reminders of your purpose. Create a vision board. Write your goals where you can see them daily. Immerse yourself in books and speeches that align with your dreams. Let these external reminders reinforce your internal resolve. Your journey is a testament to the human spirit's capacity for growth, for resilience, for achieving the extraordinary. When weakness makes you doubt this capacity, remember that you are part of this grand human tradition of turning dreams into reality. In the cocoon, it literally dissolves before reforming into its beautiful final form. Your moments of weakness, of feeling like everything is falling apart, might be your cocoon moments. Trust the process. You are not falling apart. You are being remade. Your why is not just a thought, it's a feeling, a deep-seated knowing that this is your path. When weakness clouds your thinking, tap into that feeling. Let it wash over you, reminding you on a visceral level why you started this journey. Every expert was once a beginner. Every success story includes chapters of struggle, of apparent weakness. You are not failing. You are learning, growing, preparing for your moment of breakthrough. When you feel weak, reach out to others on similar journeys. Share your struggles, your doubts. You will often find that you are not alone, that others have faced and overcome similar challenges. Let their stories inspire you, their support strengthen you. Your purpose is not a burden you bear, it's a gift you have been given. A gift of direction, of meaning, of potential impact. When weakness makes this purpose feel heavy, remember the privilege of having discovered your path, of knowing what ignites your soul. The alternative to persevering through weakness, a life of what ifs, of untapped potential, of dreams deferred, is that a price you are willing to pay for momentary comfort. Let the fear of regret be stronger than the fear of failure. When weakness whispers that you are not making progress fast enough, Remember that growth is rarely linear. There are spurts and plateaus, leaps forward and temporary setbacks. Trust the process. As long as you are moving, you are growing. Your why is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. In moments of weakness, flex that muscle. Remind yourself of your purpose. Articulate it. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Let its strength flow through you, rejuvenating your spirit. For years, it grows underground, invisible to the eye. Then in a matter of weeks, it shoots up, growing exponentially. Your period of apparent weakness might be your underground growing phase. Trust that your roots are deepening, preparing for your moment of explosive growth. When weakness tempts you to compare your progress to others, remember that you are running your own race. Your path is unique. Your timing is your own. The only comparison that matters is between who you are today and who you were yesterday. Your purpose is not just about what you do, it's about who you are. It's an expression of your unique gifts, your values, your vision for a better world. When weakness makes you doubt your abilities, remember that you are uniquely qualified to fulfill your purpose. No one else can bring to the world your unique perspective and gifts. Your purpose is interwoven with who you are at your core. In moments of weakness, remember that setbacks are setups for comebacks. Every challenge you face is refining you, preparing you for greater things. Your why is a beacon in the darkness of doubt. It guides you when the path seems unclear, reminding you of the destination that awaits. Consider the diamond. Its brilliance comes from withstanding immense pressure. Your challenges are the very forces creating your shine. When weakness makes you want to quit, recall the dreams that set you in motion. Those aspirations still live within you, waiting to be fulfilled. Your purpose is not just a personal mission. It's a contribution to the world. When you persevere, you are not just changing your life, but potentially many others. In times of weakness, draw strength from your support system. Remember, asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. Your why is the fuel for your journey. When you feel depleted, reconnect with that initial spark. Let it reignite your passion and drive. Weakness often comes when we focus on immediate obstacles. Zoom out and see the bigger picture. Your current struggle is just one chapter in your success story. Every great achievement was once thought impossible. Your moments of weakness are preparing you for your moments of triumph. Your purpose is not static. It evolves as you grow. Embrace this evolution, allowing your why to deepen and expand with your experiences. When weakness tempts you to give up, imagine the regret of never knowing what could have been. Let that potential fuel your persistence. Your why is not just about achievement, it's about becoming. Every challenge you overcome is shaping you into the person capable of living your purpose. In moments of weakness, recall past victories. You have overcome challenges before. You have the strength to do it again. The season. Winter's barrenness precedes spring's bloom. Your period of apparent weakness might be the prelude to your greatest growth. Your purpose is a thread in the grand tapestry of life. When you feel weak, remember that your perseverance contributes to a larger, beautiful picture. Weakness often comes from comparing your journey to others. Focus on your own path, your own growth, your own unique timeline. Your why is not just a goal, it's a calling. It resonates with the very essence of who you are. Trust in this deep connection. When weakness makes you doubt your path, look for signs of progress, no matter how small. Celebrate these milestones. They're evidence of your growth. Strength is not about never feeling weak. It's about continuing despite that feeling. Your resilience in these moments defines your journey. Your purpose is not just about personal gain. It's about the impact you can have on others. When weakness tempts you to quit, think of those who need your gifts. Weakness is not your enemy, but a teacher. It reveals where you need to grow, where you need to focus. where you need to reconnect with your purpose. Every moment of weakness is an invitation to become stronger, to dig deeper into your why, to recommit to your journey. Your purpose is not just a goal, but a calling. It's the song your soul sings to the world. When weakness tries to silence that song, sing louder. Let your purpose resound through your actions, your perseverance, your unwavering commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. You started this journey for a reason. That reason still exists, still matters, still has the power to change your life and the lives of others. Hold on to it. Let it be your strength when you feel weak, your guide when you feel lost, your motivation when you feel stuck. The world needs your unique gifts, your unique vision, your unique purpose. Do not let momentary weakness rob the world of the contribution only you can make. Push through, persist, prevail.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Your purpose,
good morning.
But you inspire others to do the same. Every
thank you all for joining. I appreciate you.
Every success story includes chapters of struggle, of
still
apparent
in the
weakness.
trade
You're not
from
failing,
yesterday,
you are learning, growing, preparing for your moment
I'm
of
just
breakthrough.
looking to
Your journey,
maximize the move,
with all its
probably
challenges
getting
and
to
triumphs, is a testament to the
position.
indomitable human spirit. It's a reminder that we are all capable of extraordinary things when we stay connected to our why. So when weakness
current
knocks at your
psychology
door,
level where we are at, and then
let
to
your
see
purpose
if I'll
answer.
be able to get
for
a
it is in
chance to
those
get
moments that
another
you have the
entry,
opportunity
right?
to prove.
So
Once again,
that's what I'm
the
looking
power
at
of a
for
life
now.
driven by
I'll be on the live, but obviously you're not gonna see my face anymore, or hear my voice. I just want to quickly give a shout out to you guys. I appreciate everyone that joined. Thank you all for those that have been watching. I am grateful. So currently on this trade, at the point the trade was about 1 to 4 in profit, and currently now I think is around 1 to 3 or thereabout. So my stop loss have been moved to break even, and even in some profit. So what I'm looking to do is my idea of trade management. I'll keep moving my stop loss, trailing my stop loss according to the market structure, majorly off of the 1 hour time frame. So I get my entries on the 15 minutes and manage from 1 hour and 4 hour time frame. So pretty much, guys, thank you so much. Let's see how well the trade will go, and let's see if we're gonna make something good out of it. Yeah, so thank you so much. Bye for now.
obstacles or dismissing real challenges. It's not about
Ready to tackle winter head on?
Yes, of course.
With a heated steering wheel and heated front seat?
where we must choose between action and explanation, between results and excuses. Today, we are going to explore a powerful principle that can transform your life. Stop explaining. Just show results. This is not just a catchy phrase. It's a philosophy. A way of living that can propel you from where you are to where you dream of being. It's about understanding that in this world, actions speak louder than words, and results carry more weight than the most eloquent explanations. When was the last time someone was truly impressed by your reasons for not succeeding? When did an explanation ever open a door of opportunity? The harsh truth is, the world does not care about our excuses. It responds to our achievements, our contributions, our results. I am not saying this to discourage you. On the contrary, I am here to empower you, because once you grasp this principle, once you truly internalize it, you will find that you possess an incredible power. The power to shape your destiny, to create the life you have always dreamed of. This is not about ignoring challenges or pretending that obstacles do not exist. It's about refusing to let those challenges and obstacles become excuses for inaction. It's about understanding that every explanation you give is energy you could be using to achieve your goals. There was a young woman named Mikasa. Mikasa grew up in a small town with limited opportunities. She dreamed of becoming a successful entrepreneur, but she faced numerous challenges. She had no startup capital, no business experience, and very little free time as a single mother. Mikasa had every reason to explain why she couldn't pursue her dream. She could have told herself and others that the odds were stacked against her, that her circumstances made success impossible. And many people would have understood. They would have nodded sympathetically and said, yes, Mikasa, you are right. It's just too hard. But Mikasa made a decision that would change the course of her life. She decided to stop explaining why she couldn't and start figuring out how she could. She started small, selling homemade crafts online during her lunch breaks. She reinvested every penny of profit back into her business. It was not easy. There were nights when she worked on her business after putting her kids to bed, exhausted but determined. There were moments of doubt, moments when it would have been easy to give up and explain why it was too hard. But Mikasa persisted. And 2 years later, her online craft store had grown into a thriving business, allowing her to quit her day job and focus on her passion full time. What's the lesson here? Mikasa's circumstances didn't change. The challenges were still there. What changed was her mindset. She stopped focusing on explanations and started focusing on results. This is the power of the stop explaining. Just show results principle. It's about shifting your focus from why you can't to how you can. It's about channeling your energy into action rather than explanation. But how do we make this shift in our daily lives? How do we move from a mindset of explanation to a mindset of action and results? Let me give you some practical steps. Start your day with action, not explanation. Too often we wake up and immediately start explaining to ourselves why we can't achieve our goals today. We are too tired, too busy, too stressed. You start your day by taking one small action towards your goals. It could be as simple as reading a page of a book in your field, making one business call, or writing down one new idea. Start with action, and you will find the explanations fading away. Change your language. Notice how often you use phrases like I can't because or it's hard because. These are the language of explanation. Instead, start using phrases like I will and I am. These are the language of action and results. Your words shape your reality. When you speak in terms of action and results, you program your mind for achievement. Set result-oriented goals. Instead of saying, I want to lose weight, which invites explanations about why you haven't. Say, I will lose 10 pounds. This shifts your focus from explaining to achieving. It gives you a clear target to aim for, a result to show. Celebrate your actions, not just your results. Too often, we only celebrate when we achieve the big goal. But remember, every big achievement is made up of countless small actions. Celebrate these actions. They're proof that you are moving from explanation to achievement. Each action, no matter how small, is a step towards your goal. Turn your explanations into plans. When you catch yourself explaining why you can't do something, stop. Take that explanation and turn it into a plan of action. If you are explaining that you can't start a business because you do not have the skills, turn that into a plan to acquire those skills. Every explanation can be transformed into a step towards your goal. Talk about fear. Because let's be honest, sometimes our explanations are rooted in fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. But here's the thing about fear. It's often more about our imagination than reality. We imagine the worst case scenarios, and we use these imaginary scenarios as excuses for inaction. Instead of letting fear fuel your explanations, let it fuel your actions. Use that energy to prepare, to plan, to take calculated risks. Remember, courage is not the absence of fear. It's action in the face of fear. And here's a powerful truth. Action cures fear. The more you act, the less power fear has over you. The more results you show, the less need you have for explanations. But what about when we genuinely need more time or resources to achieve our goals? That's a fair question. And here's the answer. Even in those situations, focus on results instead of explaining why you need more time. Show what you have achieved with the time you have had. Instead of explaining why you need more resources, Show what you have accomplished with the resources available to you. When you focus on showing results, even small results, you create momentum. And momentum is a powerful force. It attracts opportunities, resources, and support. Think about it. Who are you more likely to support or invest in? Someone who explains why they haven't achieved their goals, or someone who shows you what they've achieved so far and has a clear plan for what they'll achieve next? The answer is clear. The world rewards results, not explanations. This mindset of stop explaining, just show results, is not about ignoring genuine obstacles or dismissing real challenges. It's not about pretending that systemic issues do not exist or that everyone starts from an equal playing field. What it is about is refusing to let these realities become excuses for inaction. It's about acknowledging the challenges. Yes. But then focusing our energy on what we can do despite them. It's about understanding that while we can't always control our circumstances, we can always control our response to those circumstances. And it's in that response, in our actions, not our explanations, that our power lies. The great achievers throughout history, they faced enormous challenges, seemingly insurmountable odds. But they didn't spend their time explaining why they couldn't succeed. They spent their time showing how they could. They didn't wait for perfect conditions. They created their own opportunities. They didn't explain away their failures. They learned from them and kept moving forward. Some of you might be thinking, but what about when I fail? Does not that require an explanation? Failure does not require explanation. It requires analysis, learning, and then more action. When you fail, and you will fail because failure is a part of any worthwhile journey, do not waste time explaining why you failed. Instead, show how you are going to use that failure as a stepping stone to success. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. Every failure brings with it a lesson, an opportunity to grow, to improve, to get closer to your goal. But only if you focus on the lesson, not the explanation. In a world where it's easy to blame circumstances, other people, or the system for our lack of progress, taking personal accountability is revolutionary. It's also essential if you want to shift from explanation to results. Taking accountability means owning your actions and their consequences. It means saying, this is my responsibility, and I'm going to handle it. It means looking for solutions instead of excuses. When you take accountability, you take control. You move from being a victim of circumstances to being the master of your fate. But accountability is not just about taking responsibility for your failures. It's also about owning your successes. Too often, we downplay our achievements, attributing them to luck or circumstance. But when you own your successes, when you acknowledge the role your actions played in achieving them, you reinforce the connection between your efforts and your results. This strengthens your belief in your ability to create the outcomes you desire. Some people think that focusing on results means ignoring the process, that it's all about the destination and not the journey. Nothing could be further from the truth. The journey, the process, is where growth happens. It's where skills are honed, where character is built, where transformation occurs. Focus on the parts of the process that lead to results. Do not get caught up in busy work or perfectionism. Ask yourself, is what I am doing right now moving me closer to my goal? If the answer is no, it's time to reassess and refocus. The goal is not to be busy. The goal is to be productive. And productivity is measured in results, not in hours worked or effort expended. When we focus on showing results, it's easy to get caught up in the big goals, the major milestones. But lasting change, real transformation, often comes from consistently achieving small wins. Each small win builds your confidence. It reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve. It creates momentum. And over time, these small wins compound, leading to major achievements. So, Do not wait for the big win to start showing results. Start with small actions that lead to small wins. Then build on those. Show results every day, no matter how small. Remember, a small step forward is still a step forward. Let's address the role of patience in this process. So stop explaining. Just show results not mean instant gratification. Real, meaningful results often take time. The key is to keep taking action, to keep moving forward. Even when the results aren't immediately visible. When you plant a seed, you do not see results immediately. But that does not mean nothing is happening. Beneath the surface, that seed is growing, developing, preparing to break through. Your actions are like water and sunlight to that seed. Keep providing them consistently, patiently, and eventually you will see the results of your efforts. But patience does not mean passivity. While you are waiting for your bigger goals to materialize, keep showing results in other areas. Keep growing, keep improving, keep achieving. This not only keeps you motivated, but also develops the skills and mindset you need to achieve your bigger goals. To show results, you need to know what results you are aiming for and how to measure them. This means setting clear, specific, measurable goals. Instead of I want to be successful, define what success looks like to you in concrete terms. Instead of I want to be healthier, specify the health markers you want to improve. When you have clear measurements, you can track your progress. This allows you to show results not just to others, but to yourself. It provides motivation as you see yourself improving. And it allows you to adjust your actions if you are not seeing the results you want. What gets measured gets managed. And what gets managed gets improved. Consistency. Consistency is the bridge between actions and results. It's not enough to take action once or twice. You need to take consistent action over time to see significant results. If you go to the gym once, you won't see much change. But if you go consistently, 3 or 4 times a week for months, you will see dramatic results. The same principle applies to any goal you are pursuing. Consistency does not mean perfection. You do not have to take massive action every single day. But you do need to take some action consistently over time. Remember, it's better to take small actions consistently than to take action sporadically. Your environment, the people you surround yourself with, the information you consume, the places you spend your time has a huge impact on your ability to show results. Surround yourself with people who are focused on results, not explanations. Spend time with achievers, with people who inspire you to take action. Consume information that motivates you and provides practical strategies for achieving your goals. Create an environment that supports your efforts to show results. You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. The comparison trap. In the age of social media, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing our results to others. This can lead to discouragement and a return to explanations. Well, I can't achieve that because the only person you should be comparing yourself to is who you were yesterday. Are you making progress? Are you showing better results today than you were a week ago, a month ago, a year ago? That's what matters. Everyone's journey is different. Everyone's starting point is different. Focus on your own progress, your own results. Celebrate other successes. Let them inspire you, but do not let them discourage you. To consistently show results, you need to believe in your ability to achieve. This does not mean blind optimism. It means a grounded confidence based on your past achievements and your commitment to future action. If you do not believe you can achieve something, you will find it hard to take consistent action towards it. You will be more likely to fall back into explanations, so cultivate self-belief. Remind yourself of past successes. Visualize future achievements. Affirm your ability to create the results you desire. Belief fuels action, and action creates results. To consistently achieve, you need to be constantly learning and growing. The world is always changing. And what brought you success yesterday might not work tomorrow. Do not just learn for the sake of learning. Learn with the intention of applying. Seek out knowledge that you can turn into action. information that you can use to show better results. And remember, one of the best ways to learn is by doing. Do not wait until you feel you know everything before you start taking action. Start with what you know. Learn from the results you get. And keep improving. In a world full of distractions, the ability to focus on what truly matters is a superpower. To show results, you need to be able to concentrate your efforts on the actions that will bring the biggest returns. This means learning to say no. No to distractions. No to activities that do not align with your goals. No to anything that takes you away from showing results. Remember, every yes is a no to something else. Choose your yeses wisely. Focus also means breaking big goals down into manageable chunks. It's easy to get overwhelmed when you are looking at a big goal. But when you break it down into smaller, actionable steps, it becomes much more manageable. You can focus on taking one step at a time, showing results along the way. Showing results is not always easy. You will face setbacks, obstacles, and failures along the way. The key is to develop resilience, the ability to bounce back from these challenges and keep moving forward. Resilience is not about avoiding failure or never feeling discouraged. It's about how quickly you can pick yourself up and get back to showing results. It's about viewing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than reasons to give up. Cultivate resilience by reframing setbacks, learning from failures, and always keeping your long-term goals in mind. Remember, resilience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Too often, we achieve something and immediately move on to the next goal without taking time to acknowledge our success. But celebrating your results is crucial. It reinforces the connection between your actions and your achievements. It provides motivation to keep going. It builds your confidence and self-belief. So, take time to celebrate your results, no matter how small. Share your achievements with others. Allow yourself to feel proud of what you have accomplished. This is not about bragging. It's about acknowledging your progress and motivating yourself to achieve even more. It might seem counterintuitive, but cultivating gratitude can actually help you achieve more. When you are grateful for what you have, for the progress you have made, it puts you in a positive mindset. This positivity fuels further action and achievement. Gratitude also helps you appreciate the journey, not just the destination. It helps you find joy in the process of showing results, not just in the final achievement. This makes the whole process more sustainable and fulfilling. In your journey of showing results, things won't always go as planned. Circumstances change. New challenges arise. New challenges arise and you must adapt. Flexibility is key to sustained success. Rigid approaches often falter when circumstances shift. Embrace change as an opportunity for growth and innovation. Adaptability requires continuous learning. Stay curious, seek new knowledge, and be willing to question your assumptions. What worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. Be open to new ideas and approaches. Develop a growth mindset. View challenges as opportunities to learn and improve, not as insurmountable obstacles. This perspective shift can transform setbacks into stepping stones. Practice scenario planning. Anticipate potential challenges and develop contingency plans. This proactive approach allows you to respond quickly and effectively when faced with unexpected situations. Cultivate emotional intelligence. Understanding and managing your emotions, as well as empathizing with others, enhances your ability to navigate change and overcome obstacles. Build a diverse skill set. The more tools you have in your toolkit, the better equipped you will be to handle various situations. Do not limit yourself to one area of expertise. Foster a support network. Surround yourself with people who encourage your growth and provide different perspectives. They can offer valuable insights and support during challenging times. Embrace discomfort. Growth often happens outside your comfort zone. Be willing to take calculated risks and try new approaches. Each experience, whether successful or not, provides valuable lessons. Develop problem-solving skills, break down complex issues into manageable parts. Practice creative thinking to find innovative solutions. Remember, there's often more than one way to achieve a result. Stay focused on your core values and long-term goals, while adaptability is crucial. It's equally important to maintain a sense of direction. Let your values guide your decisions as you navigate changing landscapes. Cultivate resilience. Bouncing back from setbacks is crucial in a world of constant change. Develop mental toughness and perseverance. View failures as temporary and learn from them. Practice mindfulness. Being present in the moment allows you to respond thoughtfully to challenges rather than reacting impulsively. It enhances your ability to assess situations clearly and make informed decisions. Embrace technology. In today's rapidly evolving world, technological literacy is crucial. Stay updated with relevant technologies in your field. They can often provide new ways to show results more efficiently. Develop strong communication skills as you adapt to new situations. Clearly articulating your ideas and actively listening to others becomes even more important. Effective communication facilitates smoother transitions and collaborations. Cultivate a positive attitude. Optimism can be a powerful tool when facing challenges. It does not mean ignoring difficulties, but rather approaching them with a constructive mindset. Practice self-care. Adaptability requires energy and mental clarity. Prioritize your physical and mental health. Regular exercise, adequate sleep, and stress management techniques can enhance your resilience and adaptability. Seek feedback regularly. Others may see blind spots that you have missed. Constructive criticism can provide valuable insights for improvement and adaptation. Learn from others' experiences. Study how successful people in your field have adapted to challenges. Their strategies might inspire your own approaches. Develop your creativity. Creative thinking can help you find unique solutions to new challenges. Practice brainstorming and thinking outside the box. Stay informed about your industry and the world at large. Awareness of trends and changes can help you anticipate and prepare for future challenges. The principle of stop explaining. Just show results is a powerful approach to achieving your goals and realizing your potential. It's about shifting your focus from words to actions, from excuses to outcomes. This mindset empowers you to take control of your life and create the future you desire. The world responds to results, not explanations. Your actions speak louder than your words ever could. By consistently taking action, adapting to challenges, and focusing on outcomes, you position yourself for success in any endeavor. Embrace this principle as a way of life. Let it guide your decisions, fuel your actions, and shape your character. Be the person who shows up, takes action, and delivers results. Be the one who inspires others through your achievements, not your explanations. Carry with you the lessons we've discussed. Cultivate resilience, practice adaptability, celebrate your successes, and learn from your failures. Remember that every action, no matter how small, is a step towards your goals. Your potential is limitless. Your capacity for achievement is boundless. But it's not about what you could do or what you might do. It's about what you actually do. It's about the results you show. So stop explaining. Start showing. Take that first step, then the next, and the next. Show the world what you are capable of. Show yourself what you can achieve. Your results will speak volumes, inspiring others and propelling you towards even greater heights. You were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win. Yet, in this journey of life, we often encounter an unexpected teacher lost today. We are going to delve deep into a profound truth that many of us overlook. Sometimes losing is the best lesson. It might seem counterintuitive, even uncomfortable. After all, we live in a world that celebrates winners, that puts success on a pedestal. From a young age, we are taught to strive for victory, to aim for the top. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in our pursuit of success, we often miss the invaluable lessons hidden within our losses. Losing is not the opposite of winning. It's a crucial part of the winning process. It's the refiner's fire that shapes us, molds us, and prepares us for greater victories. Every great achiever, every person who's left an indelible mark on this world has tasted the bitterness of defeat. But what sets them apart is not their ability to avoid failure, but their capacity to learn from it. In the moments of our greatest triumphs, we rarely stop to question our methods or examine our weaknesses. Why would we? Everything is working perfectly, but in our darkest moments, when we are faced with the pain of loss, we are forced to confront our shortcomings. We are compelled to grow, to adapt, to become more than we were before. This is why losing can be such a powerful teacher. It pushes us out of our comfort zones. It challenges our assumptions. It forces us to innovate and find new solutions. In essence, losing creates the perfect conditions for exponential growth. This growth only happens if we are willing to learn. If we approach our losses with curiosity rather than fear, with a desire to improve rather than a need to assign blame, we unlock their transformative power. Every loss is an opportunity to refine your strategy, to sharpen your skills, to deepen your understanding. It's a chance to identify your weaknesses and turn them into strengths. It's an invitation to reinvent yourself, to become a better version of who you were before. I know what some of you might be thinking. But what if the loss is too big? What if it feels like we have lost everything? My friends, let me tell you something. As long as you have breath in your lungs, you have not lost everything. Your greatest asset is not your wealth, your status, or your achievements. Your greatest asset is you, your mind, your spirit, your potential. No loss can take that away from you. In fact, the greatest losses often serve as the catalyst for the most profound personal growth. They strip away the non-essentials and force us to focus on what truly matters. They reveal our inner strength, a strength we may not have known we possessed. There was once a young entrepreneur named Robin from childhood. Robin had dreamed of revolutionizing the tech industry. She had a vision of creating a device that would change the way people interacted with technology. For years, she worked tirelessly on her idea, pouring every ounce of her energy, every penny of her savings into this dream. Finally, after countless sleepless nights and numerous setbacks, Robin launched her product. She was certain it would take the world by storm, but reality had other plans. The launch was a disaster. The product was met with criticism and indifference. Within months, Robin's company was bankrupt and her dream lay in ruins. For weeks, Robin was consumed by despair. She felt like a failure, questioning every decision she had made. But then something remarkable happened. As she sifted through the ashes of her failed venture, Robin began to see valuable lessons. She realized that in her excitement, she had rushed to market without adequate market research. She had been so focused on her vision that she had failed to consider whether it truly met a consumer need. These were painful realizations, but they were transformative. Robin took these hard-earned lessons and applied them to her next venture. This time, she conducted thorough market research. She saw feedback early and often. She built a team that complemented her skills and challenged her assumptions. The result: her second company not only succeeded but thrived beyond her wildest expectations. Within 3 years, it was valued at over $100 million. Robin often says that if it weren't for the painful lessons of her first failure, she never would have achieved this level of success. Losing did not make Robin a loser. It made her a learner. And that's the key distinction we need to understand. In life, there are no real failures, only lessons. Every setback, every disappointment, every loss carries within it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. But we must have the wisdom to look for it, the courage to acknowledge it, and the determination to apply it. Robin's story illustrates a fundamental truth. Losing is not the end. It's a new beginning. It's an invitation to grow, to evolve, to become more than we were before. But here's the catch. This only happens if we choose to learn from our losses. Losing is only the best lesson if we approach it with the right mindset, we must be willing to look at our failures objectively, to analyze them without ego or self-pity. We must have the courage to ask ourselves hard questions. What went wrong? What could I have done differently? What can I learn from this experience? This is not easy. Our natural instinct when we lose is to run away, to hide, to protect our ego from the pain of acknowledging our mistakes. But the most successful people in the world do exactly the opposite. They lean into their losses. They dissect their failures with the precision of a surgeon, always asking, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to become better? This mindset shift is powerful. When you start to see losses not as endpoints but as starting points for growth, you become unstoppable. Because here's the truth, you will face setbacks, you will encounter obstacles. You will taste defeat. These are inevitable parts of any worthwhile journey. The question is not whether you will face these challenges, but how you will respond to them. Will you let your losses define you, or will you use them to refine you? Will you allow failure to be a full stop, or will you turn it into a comma, a pause before the next greater chapter of your story begins? You see, success often tells us what we are doing right, but failure shows us what we need to do better. Both are essential for growth, but often it's the lessons from failure that propel us to new levels of achievement. When everything is going well, when we are riding high on a wave of success, it's easy to become complacent. We might overlook small efficiencies in our processes, ignore potential threats on the horizon, or fail to push ourselves to new heights. Success, paradoxically, can sometimes breed failure if we are not careful. Loss, on the other hand, forces us to take a hard look at ourselves and our methods. It strips away our illusions and exposes our weaknesses. And while this process is painful, it's also incredibly valuable. It shows us exactly where we need to focus our efforts to improve. Embracing failure as a learning opportunity does not mean seeking out failure or being content with losing. It's about understanding that setbacks are an integral part of any meaningful journey and choosing to extract value from them rather than being defeated by them. It's also about understanding that often our greatest successes come on the heels of our most painful losses. Why? Because losses have a unique ability to teach us things that success never could. In the moments of our greatest triumphs, we rarely stop to question our methods or examine our weaknesses. Why would we? Everything is working perfectly. But in our darkest moments, when we are faced with the pain of loss, we are forced to confront our shortcomings. We are compelled to grow, to adapt, to become more than we were before. This is why losing can be such a powerful teacher. It pushes us out of our comfort zones. It challenges our assumptions. It forces us to innovate and find new solutions. In essence, losing creates the perfect conditions for exponential growth. This growth only happens if we are willing to learn. If we approach our losses with curiosity rather than fear, with a desire to improve rather than a need to assign blame, we unlock their transformative power. Every loss is an opportunity to refine your strategy, to sharpen your skills, to deepen your understanding. It's a chance to identify your weaknesses and turn them into strengths. It's an invitation to reinvent yourself, to become a better version of who you were before. When we talk about learning from our losses, it's easy to fall into the trap of toxic positivity, the belief that we should always be positive, even in the face of significant loss or hardship. That's not what I'm advocating here. It's okay to feel disappointed when we lose. It's natural to feel frustrated when things do not go our way. These emotions are a normal and healthy part of the human experience. The key is not to deny these feelings, but to not let them define us or determine our future actions. Allow yourself to feel the pain of loss. Acknowledge it, sit with it. But then, when you are ready, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to become better? This is where the real growth happens. In that space between acknowledging our loss and choosing our response to it. That's where we have the power to turn our losses into lessons, our setbacks into setups for comebacks. You are not your failures. You are not defined by your losses. You are defined by how you respond to them, by what you choose to make of them. Every loss, every failure, every setback is an opportunity. An opportunity to learn, to grow, to become more than you were before. So how do we cultivate this mindset? How do we train ourselves to see the lessons in our losses? First, we need to change our relationship with failure. Instead of fearing it, we need to embrace it as a natural and necessary part of the growth process. Every great achievement in human history was preceded by numerous failures. The light bulb, the airplane, the personal computer. All of these world-changing inventions were the result of countless failed attempts and iterations. The inventors behind these breakthroughs did not succeed despite their failures. They succeeded because of them. Each failure provided valuable data. Each setback offered new insights. They understood that failure wasn't their enemy, it was their teacher. We need to adopt this same mindset in our own lives when we encounter a setback. Instead of asking, why me? We need to ask, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to become better? Secondly, we need to practice self-compassion. It's easy to beat ourselves up when we fail, to engage in harsh self-criticism. But this does not serve us. In fact, it often paralyzes us, making us afraid to take risks or try new things in the future. Instead, we need to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding. Recognize that making mistakes is a fundamental part of being human. It does not make you inadequate or unworthy. It simply means you are growing. You are pushing your boundaries. You are living life fully. How you would treat a good friend who had just experienced a significant loss or failure. You wouldn't berate them or tell them they're worthless, would you? No, you'd offer support, encouragement, and perhaps gently help them see the lessons in experience. We need to learn to treat ourselves with that same kindness and wisdom. Thirdly, we need to reframe how we think about success and failure. Too often, we see them as absolute states. You either succeed or you fail, but life is rarely that black and white. In reality, success and failure are often two sides of the same coin. What looks like failure in the short term can often lead to success in the long term. And what seems like success in the moment can sometimes lead to complacency or missed opportunities for growth. The key is to take a longer view, to understand that our journey is made up of both victories and setbacks, and that both have value. Fourthly, we need to cultivate resilience. Resilience is not about avoiding failure or never experiencing loss. It's about having the strength to pick ourselves up when we fall, to keep moving forward even when the path is difficult. Resilience is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it becomes each time we face a setback and choose to learn from it rather than be defeated by it. We are building our resilience. We are becoming stronger, more adaptable, more capable of handling whatever challenges life throws our way. Finally, we need to surround ourselves with the right people. The company we keep has a profound impact on our mindset and our ability to learn from our losses. We need people in our lives who will support us when we fall, who will encourage us to get back up, who will help us see the lessons in our failures. Seek out mentors and peers who have faced similar challenges and come out stronger. Learn from their experiences. Let their stories of overcoming adversity inspire and guide you. Remember, every successful person you admire has faced failure. They're not successful because they never failed, but because they learned how to turn those failures into stepping stones to success. The first step is to create some distance between yourself and the loss. When we are in the thick of a failure, it's hard to see it objectively. Our emotions cloud our judgment. So give yourself some time. Step back. Allow the initial sting of disappointment to subside. Once you have created that distance, it's time for honest reflection. Ask yourself, what exactly went wrong? Where did things start to go off track? What assumptions did I make that turned out to be incorrect? What were the factors outside of my control? And what were the things I could have influenced? Be brutally honest with yourself, but also be kind. Remember, the goal is not to beat yourself up. But to gain clarity and insight, look for patterns. Is this a one-time failure? Or is it part of a larger trend? If it's a pattern, what's the common thread? Next, focus on extracting specific, actionable lessons from your loss. It's not enough to say, I'll do better next time. You need to identify concrete steps you can take to improve. If you lost a job opportunity, maybe you need to work on your interview skills or expand your professional network. If a business venture failed, perhaps you need to improve your financial management or marketing strategies. Once you have identified these lessons, create a plan to implement them. Set specific, measurable goals for improvement. Break these goals down into manageable steps. And most importantly, take action. Knowledge without action is useless. The true value of a lesson lies not in learning it, but in applying it. Another crucial aspect of turning losses into lessons is maintaining perspective. It's easy to get caught up in the emotion of the moment and blow a setback out of proportion. But most failures, no matter how painful they feel in the moment, are not fatal. They're temporary setbacks, not permanent defeats. Cultivate the ability to zoom out and see the bigger picture. Ask yourself, will this matter in a year? In 5 years? In 10 years? Often what feels like a catastrophic failure in the moment becomes a mere blip on the radar when viewed from a broader perspective. This does not mean minimizing your feelings or pretending that setbacks do not hurt. It's about acknowledging the pain while also recognizing that it's temporary. It's about understanding that this moment of defeat is just one chapter in your larger story, not the entire book. It's also important to recognize that not all lessons from loss are immediately apparent. Sometimes the true value of a setback only becomes clear months or even years later. This is why it's crucial to maintain an open mind and a long-term perspective. Keep a journal of your experiences, both successes and failures. Regularly review this journal. You might be surprised at the insights you gain when you look back on past experiences with the benefit of hindsight. Not all losses are created equal. Some losses are more significant than others. Some it is harder. Cut deeper. And that's okay. The principles we are discussing apply to losses big and small. But the way we apply them might differ depending on the magnitude of the loss. For smaller setbacks, you might be able to bounce back quickly, extracting the lesson and moving on. But for more significant losses, the end of a long-term relationship, the failure of a business you have poured years into, the loss of a job you loved, the process might take longer. And that's perfectly normal. In these cases, it's important to give yourself time to grieve. Yes, grieve. Because significant losses often involve a form of grief. We are mourning the death of a dream, the end of a chapter in our lives. Acknowledging this grief, feeling it fully, is an important part of the healing process. But even as we allow ourselves to feel the pain of loss, we can hold on to the knowledge that this too shall pass, that there are lessons to be learned, growth to be had, even in our darkest moments. Sometimes, especially in our darkest moments, the goal is not to become immune to the pain of loss. It's to become resilient in the face of it, to develop the ability to feel the pain, learn the lesson, and keep moving forward. This resilience, this ability to learn from loss, is what sets apart those who achieve lasting success from those who remain stagnant. It's the secret ingredient that allows some individuals to turn adversity into advantage, to transform stumbling blocks into stepping stones. Consider the world of sports, where the concept of losing as a lesson is perhaps most visibly demonstrated. Every great athlete has faced defeat, often multiple times, before achieving their ultimate victory. These losses, painful as they may be in the moment, serve as crucial learning experiences. They reveal weaknesses in technique, gaps in strategy, and areas for improvement in physical and mental conditioning. Take, for example, the journey of a champion boxer. Before they ever step into the ring for a title fight, they've likely experienced numerous losses in sparring sessions, amateur bouts, and perhaps even professional matches. Each of these losses provides valuable feedback. Maybe they need to work on their footwork, improve their endurance, or develop a better defense against certain types of punches without these losses. These learning opportunities, they might never identify and address these weaknesses. The losses, in essence, become the foundation upon which their eventual success is built. This principle extends far beyond the realm of sports, in business, in relationships, in personal growth. In every area of life, our losses can be our greatest teachers if we approach them with the right mindset. The path to breakthrough is often paved with countless failed experiments. Thomas Edison famously made thousands of unsuccessful attempts before inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures,